I still work out or try to work out 3 to 4 times a week, and kind of go from there.
I'm always interested in professional athletes from a dietary standpoint. What did you do throughout your career, and what do you still maintain from a diet standpoint?
Well, it's something that I started kind of this January after I was done playing. I stopped eating red meat and pork.
Oh, okay.
But prior to that, I was kind of eating everything, mainly because my workout regimen was so just strenuous and strong, and my metabolism was so good that I just, burning calories at a rapid pace and just staying in shape due to my profession, obviously. So I was never really a junk food guy anyway. I was never a guy that ate really bad anyway.
Right.
But I was just mainly, eating things that were provided at the cafeteria. When I would go home, I would have these, well-prepared meals. So my diet was always intact. It was always there. It was just, I never really had a conscious, like, I can't eat this, or I'm only going to eat this today, or because I was working out so much that I knew what time it was.
Regardless of what you're doing.
I actually pay more attention now. Now I'm like, okay, time to be in the other side of it. So I cut red meat and pork from my diet. And
have you noticed a difference?
I have. I've noticed a difference in my body. The way my body is shaping out now. I'm leaner than I was. I had a lot of muscle mass. You know what I mean? That I had on my body. Now that I've not training as much. Now that I'm not playing anymore. My body started to change, and then cutting that out of my regimen, and I'm doing more yoga now. And I'm just living a different life now, man. So it's so my body changes a little bit, but for the most part, I haven't lost a lot of toning and things of that nature that I wanted to keep.
I think one of the coolest things about being a professional athlete that actually understands, the length of a career and the longevity of a career is how young you are when you stop playing and how much time you have. Like, you could become an Academy Award-winning actor if you put the 10,000...
I like the way that sounded. Can you say that again one more time?
Academy Award-winning actor.
It has a nice ring to it, too.
It's coming. It's coming. Keep up the lessons.
Exactly.
It's on the way.
Exactly.
But, being able to commit those 10,000 hours to something after you've been at the top of the world in your sport is super interesting. So I'm curious, 5-10 years down the road, where do you see yourself allocating those 10,000 hours?
Oh man, I think I will be a full-time actor by then, hopefully. But also doing other things within, with around that. Obviously, acting, you shoot, 3-4 months at a time, and there's still more time throughout the year to do other things. So I think I'll be that. I think I'll be in a position, to help others. I think with my foundation and things that I'm doing in that regard, being an actor and things like that will elevate certain things in certain areas of my life to be able to give more to my foundation and give more, give back more to the children, to the kids. I think that's another thing that I want to do. And then I think football will still be a part of my life somehow, some way. How, I don't really know just yet, but I do think I will always have a presence, obviously, because that's where my start began, was in football.
100%.
So
that's where the passion was.
Exactly. So I think all those things kind of combined is where I'll be 5 to 10 years from now. And that also reminds me, my daughter will be 17 then, and that's
crazy.
That's also pretty
scary. Whole another problem.
So I'm gonna cross that bridge when we get there.